Good morning, my dear humans. Mashu in the new year here, and welcome back to another review. For the last time, I do apologize for taking a break of reviewing things during December of last year, and quite frankly, I didn't really upgrade much, to be honest. But during that time, I did a poll in the community tab saying which item you wanted to see when the break was over. That way, you guys can pick an item you wanted to see rather than me picking an item most people wouldn't want to see. I plan to do more of these similar polls in the future to let you guys have more control on the content you guys want to see. The majority of people voted on DJ Bouncing Beats, meaning that was the item we were going to do. Magic. So this is what you picked. Today we're going to review the Fisher-Price DJ Bouncing Beats. Now, as a couple of notes before we start this video, you may notice that the box here is a little bit different compared to the one you may know of. That's because this box is a Latin American version, which is written in Latin Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese with a little bit of English. Also, I'm mostly going to refer to this toy as either DJ Bouncy or simply just Bouncy, because saying DJ Bouncing Beats all video long gets boring and might give me a sore throat. Anyways, I was able to get Bouncy during Christmas of 2025, but a little bit earlier than expected. You see, before Christmas, Bouncy on most sites had like a 40% off sale, and I really wanted to take part of that deal. After mom ordered him and he arrived early, my mom said that I could play with him even before Christmas. So even though Bouncy doesn't appear in the main Christmas presents photo that I showed, he is counted towards the same list. Moving on to the actual reviewy part of this review, I like the box. The inside of the box graphics looks like a full-on DJ area, which gives the box a lot more theming compared to most of the Fisher-Price products that I've seen. I mean, Laugh and Learn has a good theme to it, but this one is just stylistically looking great. Today I'm going to make an exception and not focus too much on the other sides of the box due to the fact that we have a lot of audio content to look at later on. So let's just get to the actual product itself. In general, all the other sides of the boxes, they're just your standard Fisher-Price affair. Not much special going on here. Like essentially every other Fisher-Price product which I've recently gotten, there's some instructions. But compared to the Thomas ones, they're in black and white, there's not too many pages, and there isn't too many steps either. The amount of content is just very small. The only other thing in the box other than the instructions is Bouncy himself. So let's take a look at him. For most of this video, you're going to see Bouncy in images rather than actual video footage, because if you try to move him like this as a spring, he just bounces uncontrollably. Later on, when I actually play with him, I'm actually going to show him on the carpet rather than the table. You can see the way Bouncy is built is quite interesting as there's a lot of different materials. Here's a look at his tag, which is at the back of him. Similar to other plushies like the Soothe and Snuggle Otter that I have. Here's a closer look at the Smart Stages switch, and as well as the Glove button. With this being a multi-language version, there's this Glove button in order to change the language. Included languages this version has are Latin Spanish, Brazilian Portuguese, and American English. Wrong language, you silly. You need to hold that down for 4 seconds, by the way.
Portuguese, English.
One thing I really like is this FP tag. I've seen it in other products, but it's interesting to see it here since Bouncy is mostly plastic. You might have noticed that on top of Bouncy's head, there's these holes. That's actually a built-in microphone for the infamous record and remix function you may recognize. At the very top of him, we have some buttons, which I will showcase in a bit, along with some plush ears. One of them has ABC, and the other has 1, 2, 3. Nicely, they're detailed on both sides. The back of Bouncy is where the main electronic bits reside, including a big old speaker, the off and on volume switch, and the battery compartment. That battery compartment is unlike any other toy which I own. There's not one, but 2 screws in order to let loose. The batteries reside in a box with a tab where you can pull them out. And as you can see, they came with some tester cells for the Try Me mode in stores, but I replaced them with some rechargeable ones for better performance. Parents, do note that this toy takes up 4 AA batteries. So quite a lot. And there's where you would put the box. So very much a very interesting battery compartment. Here's me testing the low and high volumes.
DJ Bouncin Beats in the house. DJ Bouncin Beats in the house.
Now that we've seen him from a closer view, let's drop to the floor and play with him. So for now, let's do things in level 1.
Level 1. Let's have some fun.
This middle button will give us a couple of phrases, and maybe a song or two.
Let me hear you sing. A, B, C. A, B, C. Let me hear you shout. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bounce to the beat of the ABCs.
Something that I probably didn't mention in the voiceover later is this language button. If we change this to say Portuguese, let's just give it a second.
Espanhol, português.
We do a quick action. But then if we turn him off and turn him back on again, he actually stays in Portuguese. So the toy actually doesn't default back to English every time you turn it off and on. So you could just keep him in Spanish and he'll stay Spanish unless you decide to change the language. Pretty cool. Let's swap to level 2 and hear his phrases.
Level 2. Let's learn something new.
So let's do the middle button again.
B is for boy. I've got 2 ears. Count with me. 1, 2. I can't hear you. 1, 2. Rainbow light show. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Beat drop countdown. Here we go. Wait for it. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, let's have some fun. Whoa!
So level 1 is more learning based and level 2 is more like, okay, here's what a specific thing means. Let's hear the proper songs now.
Let's get the music going. ABC, move with me. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet with me. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Clap your hands. Clap your hands with me. Q, R, S, T, U, V. W, X, Y, and Z. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle with me. Bounce, 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 bounce. Yeah! Bounce, bounce, bounce.
I'm noticing as we go higher in the levels, we actually get like faster movements. Let's go to level 3 and see the most intense parts, I guess.
Level 3. Let's pretend. Yippee!
Time for the proper songs, and this one actually has one of my favorites, which is Bounce, Bounce, Bounce.
You make the moves, and I'll bring the groove.
Ready for my favorite song? I sure am.
You heard it here first. Let's go. Hey, it's DJ Bouncin Beat. I love to jump up and down and bounce, bounce, bounce. So jump with me up and down and bounce, bounce, bounce. I love to get around when I bounce and bounce. I feel it inside and I let it out when the music starts. Can't stop, won't stop. Watch my heat turn up when the beat drops. I love to jump up and down and bounce, bounce, bounce. So jump with me up and down and bounce, bounce, bounce.
I don't even need to explain this one.
Record and remix. When I turn red, say something, and I'll mix it into a song. Here we go.
Subscribe right now if you have the time.
Subscribe right now if you have the time. Subscribe right now if you have the time. That was such a bop.
Random fact, record and remix is exactly the same no matter what level you're in.
Level 1. Let's have some fun. Record and remix. When I turn red, say something, and I'll mix it into a song. Here we go.
Level 3 is the best level. Don't at me.
Level 3 is the best level. Don't at me. Level 3 is the best level. Don't at me. Yes, I'm here for it.
Just like that, we reached the 10-minute mark and played a lot with Bouncy. And as you could clearly tell, I didn't even show all of the footage that I recorded of me playing with Bouncin in the ground. In the near future I might do an extended video showing all the footage that I recorded, but I haven't decided yet. Without much stalling, let's get to the final thoughts and star rating. I really enjoyed recording this review because it was a different product compared to what I was accustomed to, and I really enjoyed it. And Mr. DJ Bouncin Beats himself, again, a really good toy, especially considering the fact that nowadays malls have been ruined essentially with AI generated garbage and skivvy toilet products. Something which I don't really want to see young kids playing with nowadays. This is just a message for my parents. I really don't want Max to become an iPad kid and just be sucked into those digital screens. He doesn't deserve that. I'm just glad Fisher-Price is still out here doing these nice concepts for toys. I mean, a toy which jumps around, I haven't heard of that in like a long time. So you basically take DJ with learning and bouncing and you mix it all up and you get a nice concept on paper and really good execution as well. Thinking about it, Bouncy could actually work really well in Link Squad. I guess a kind of negative point about Bouncy is the price point, because at 65,000 CLP, where I live, that is essentially the same price as say the 4-in-1 Ultimate Learning Bot. But I feel like Bouncy still has a lot of advantages compared to the 4-in-1 Ultimate Learning Bot anyway. I mean, the bot to me was more like, oh yeah, let's get babies to learn about STEM, STEM this, STEM that, we just gotta put STEM on everything so it sells. While Bouncy has the approach of actually being marketable for older audiences too that want to get into the music market. That isn't to say that I hate the Ultimate Learning Bot. I do like it in some areas, even though I don't have it yet, which I don't plan to buy it yet, obviously. My main problem with the bot is just that it leaned too much on the learning aspect. But Bouncy has the appeal of older audiences with stuff like record and remix and the catchy songs. I mean, I'm a 19-year-old young adult and I really like Bounce Bounce Bounce. That just goes to show how Bouncy can be marketable to that audience as well. With all of that positive stuff out of the way, DJ Bouncin Beats is getting a full star from me. I hope you enjoyed watching this first review of the year as much as I did making it. I have a lot more products to show with a couple on the way as well, so I'll try to do those next time. Well, thank you for the support and see you in the next video. Peace out!